I don't care if piracy wins. I just want corporations to lose. Everyone who took the stand against Diddy right now, laughing nervously. What the duck? People 10 years ago. Imagine a future where AI does everything for you. Life would be so much simpler. Mother duckers today when they see something made by AI. How it looks. How it feels. Filmmakers precisely putting select scenes at the exact time my parents walk in. Running 3 kilometers will increase your life by 20 minutes, but it takes 30 minutes. When the hero is about to fall off a cliff, his friend who mysteriously disappeared at the beginning of the movie. Happy 50th Toby. He's just a middle-aged man, no older than my dad. PFAS. I love this thing. I don't know why people hate it so much. PFAS. I'm gonna read a thing or two about it. PFAS. Quackers waiting for October when Windows 10 will no longer receive security updates. Hard to swallow pills. 10% of Europe has AC. Diddy all lubed up and slipping through the bars in his cell. We are best browsers. Edge is only there because we can't figure out how to delete him. Disney or Marvel, whenever they make female main characters, it's time to be a butch. OpenAI when they scraped every intellectual property in existence without consent to make ChatGPT. OpenAI when Chinese company scrapes ChatGPT and makes a model free and open source. Wait, Americans really believe there's no AC in Europe? I thought it was a joke. Piracy is morally okay. Piracy is morally okay. Piracy is morally okay. Nature keeps men's tentacles outside for good temperature maintenance. Men, start wearing pants or underwear. Nature. July 2nd is the middle day of 2025. Now we are closer to year 2050 than to year 2000. My girlfriend convincing me to switch to iPhone. Me. Comment bot containing child link. Ad that is crop that is a scam. Someone is using an ad blocker. YouTube. Guys. Diddy got off. Bare minimum. Bare maximum. When police arrests me and says suspect has muscular build. American visiting Europe during a heat wave, realizing there is no AC. People who trust OpenAI. OpenAI. iOS 26 will pause video calls when it detects nudity. Boyfriends who likes doing video flex calls. That pre-broke stage, like you ain't broke yet, but you can see it coming. Gaming after your 5 or 9 shifts is still a waste of life. My honest reaction. When someone speaks well of me in front of me. Bullies. Bullies. Teachers. Kid who fought back once after being bullied for years. Are you going to sleep? Yes. Now shut up. Creepers have camouflage. Okay, so what? This implies they have natural predators. Mom side relatives. Dad side relatives. Asian kid when they are just doing their usual work and see their dad walks in. It is time to go. Was it a good plan? No. It was the greatest plan. Strong independent teenagers after moving out, realizing that dinner is not gonna be cooked by itself. We still talk about you, Pluto. TikTokers when something lasts more than 1 minute. How did kids used to play before screens? 7-year-old me in my backyard. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Pirate software. Look inside. Don't pirate software. Store closes at 2200 hours. Customer who entered at 2157. I'll just have a look here and there. I hope you don't close anytime soon. The cashier who has been behind the counter for almost 10 hours. Americans driving 16 hours through a cornfield the size of Poland. British people driving 30 minutes through the most beautiful countryside on the face of the earth. Unemployed people when they realize they have to wake up, eat breakfast, and play video games tomorrow. American students with 30k of student debt. Eastern European students with free college. When a song snippet slaps so hard it makes you seek the full version, only for the rest of the song to snack ace. People who drink alcohol every day looking at people who smoke weed every day. When someone gives you a compliment and you're not sure what to do with it. We do a little trolling. The look on my film teacher's face as I hand him my script about a failed filmmaker who has to settle for being a film teacher and who releases his frustration by drinking and having affairs with his students. Movie studios, after spending $300 million on the 6th installment of a fully finished franchise to make $301 million at the box office. Everyone upset that Diddy got away with a slap on the wrist. Millennials, first time. It's impossible to carry toilet paper. I just use leaves to wipe my ace and leave them on the branches. Finishes work project a week early, rewarded with more work. My post blowing up for 2 hours straight while I wait for the mods to realize it technically breaks a rule they invented 5 minutes ago. When you take a day off and decide to pass by work and see how your co-workers are doing. There's an infertile guy out there who thinks he's got crazy pull-out game. When you can't afford fireworks. If I touch my phone in the right places, a sandwich will show up at my front door. Average dude, if I had $1 billion, I'd give most of it to the poor and keep just 10% for myself because $100 million is enough for me. Me handing that mother ducker $1 billion. We don't give it away. People born on the mid-2000s, their 20s. Nintendo or EA or Blizzard or Ubisoft or Sony or Microsoft or Take-Two or etc. EU gamers. Me. Slow walkers. Google Maps says we arrive at 9 PM. Google Maps is challenging you, Supreme Master of the Roads. This is not the time for arrival, but the time you need to beat. How to Train Your Dragon, if it were a Disney remake. When you finally meet up, and she looks nothing like the pictures, but you can't quit now. Your love is what gives me the energy to keep going in life. Mitochondria. I wish all summer lovers a very unpleasant swamp ace. Fire starts in school. Teacher, we have to leave in alphabetical order. Kid named in alphabetical order. When you drop a key between the seats. Scientists spend millions researching antimatter. Me wondering why they do that, since it doesn't matter. Y'all got any fair trials? We got dropping Diddy's most serious charges because he's rich. Movie's budget. Making a profit. Marketing cost. You think the itsy bitsy spider gave a duck about the rain? No, it climbed the spout again. Mocking. Opening up to mental health professionals. ChatGPT. It's year 2050. Ellen has had 87 kids, none of which likes him. His last child he named whatever. I ducking love climate change. I ducking love getting hit by multiple hurricanes all at once and being told that it isn't real and that's just how nature is. How often do you think about the Holy Roman Empire? I wish they teach us more about Vikings. Girls trying to win him over. Heavy breathing. Okay, but if you had to guess, roughly when you think you'll be home from battle? My entire bloodline chanting my name as I try way too hard to fit in. YouTube demonization over bad words, guns, and mature themes because it's bad for ads. The ads that are all legitimate fraud. Americans finding out that our houses aren't made of wood but feet thick brick walls and stay cool without destroying the planet on the same latitude as Winnipeg. I do not grasp the concept of moderation. Phone. Data warning. You've used 2.02 gigabytes of data. I don't give a duck. My own wedding. My pet's birthday. Kids these days are out of control. Back in my day, kids would get together and would teach others how to play musical instruments, like the bassoon. HR. Using AI generated resumes is unethical. So is using AI filters to reject candidates. A promising show gets hyped to death. It has a bad ending. Me living in a country where summers are plus 40 Celsius, plus 105 Fahrenheit, with no AC, seeing people talk about Europe. Tell me a little about yourself. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't hang out with women. I go to bed at 2200 hours, get up at 6 o'clock. Quiet, calm. You're perfect for me. But when I get out of prison, everything will change. Steve Cuts. The earth would be better off without humans. We are a plague. Me. Really? Well, then, why don't you start with yourself? Steve Cuts. Steve Cuts. Me. Tremendous loser. Duck, you are so tight. I whisper as I do my budget for the month. Fine. I will shave for you. Everything, right? Why am I always alone? Don't touch me. Italian brain rot. Gen Alpha. Skibidi toilet. My younger brother overreacting, so I get nourished by our parents. 10 years old film. 10 years old YouTube video. What happened to him? He followed Reddit's relationship advice. What my cat sees when she opens her eyes mid-nap. Sharing unpopular opinion on Reddit without apologizing in advance or offering detailed context. Yay, sure, I'll not count it as overtime. Anything you say, boss. It's okay, because one day I'll be the boss. I don't deserve $15 an hour for the work I'm doing anyways. Pause who complain need to just work harder. Me, helping people get through their suicidal thoughts while knowing damn well that I think about taking my name off the census every day. Bored at work. I'll never grow up. Help yourself to deer meat and crackers. Help yourself to deer meat and crackers. The longer you look at it, the worse it gets. Sand sanitizer. 2 views of pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza is a war chime. Sweet and savory delight. Your alcoholic name is your first name plus your last name. Me reporting every ad I see as being offensive. It's about sending a message. Older than horses, older than shoes, and older than crabs. Gets named after all 3. Me every Sunday evening, realizing Monday exists. Me trying to tell if those are fireworks or gunshots right outside my house. Life was better when people felt shame. My cat watching the fireworks while your butt-chase dog hides under the bed. Me on my way to make bad decisions. Teacher, what are you laughing at? Me, nothing. My brain. 50 cent. $1. Are you going to sleep? Yes I am. Now shut up. You're a total disappointment and don't deserve what you have. I know. Now let me sleep. Me. Soft pun. Instagram. That one dev writing the terms of service, knowing damn well nobody will read them. Funko Pop and Labubu fans reacting to the ugliest piece of shit ever crafted by human hands. Look mommy, it's Shrek. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He's clearly not Shrek. I'm sorry, Hulk. I don't know what's so interesting about air conditioning in Europe. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. A modern ship compared to Titanic. Florida man threatens to kill man with kindness. Uses machete named kindness. Kindness. Yeah, this is big brain time. Fashion Nova officially launching yoga pants. Using the term zombie. A zombie movie. Me in 5th grade. How 10-year-old me felt when smoke was coming out of my body in the shower. Shout out to misunderstood creatures. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. In 1920, 8-year-old Samuel Reshevsky played chess with several chess masters at once. He lost every single game. When I give advice, I always end with I don't know though, so if it ruins their life, it isn't my fault. Bezos didn't get married on Prime Day. What a dumbass. What does EA stand for? EA. Stealing your money. When you low-key like a movie, but you've got the critical thinking skills of a 5-year-old, then later searching it up and finding out it is some of the worst media ever produced. Me calculating how many pages I have to read each minute in order to finish all 1,200 pages until tomorrow morning exam. Americans when measuring dogs. Gram. Milligram. Milliliter. Americans when it comes to baking. Pound. Ounce. 1/2 cup. Tablespoon or teaspoon. When you make a post before going to bed and you wake up with multiple notifications. Wife is blaming me for ruining her birthday. That's ridiculous. I didn't even know it was her birthday. People in 30-35 watching unskippable ads on their brain before they can watch old YouTube videos to see life in 2025. Opening up to mental health professionals. ChatGPT. When you close the trash lid and the air gets on you. Imaginary ghost. Me running back to bed after drinking water from kitchen. Hey, do atheists go to hell? No. How about people who use their high beams on well-lit roads? Straight to hell. To the boiler room of hell. All the way down. The person who said it first. It's a trap. The person who said it kind of at the same volume. Maybe a little lower actually, but during the climactic battle scene of the series finale. It's a trap. Fear's cringe. Is cringe. How those dudes in 8th grade would look at you while showing you a cartel section at 8:37 on an overcast Monday morning. When I find out my family ate something good when I wasn't around. As of today, the year 2000 was 9,131 days ago, and 2050 will be 9,131 days ago from now. I just have a few questions about what exactly I'm supposed to do here. When someone invites me out, and I say I'll check my calendar, you'll just be jacking off today, and you know it. Why am I single? Google wants to open front camera. Bulk. Allow. When the sandwiches at the shop 1 minute from my house aren't quite as good as the sandwiches from the shop that is 2 minutes from my house. I don't want to live in a society where the Kardashians and Jenners are multi-billionaires for nothing but the merit of others. Just a little taste. Me after touching wet food in the sink. Also me after having my lingers in a woman's ace. Reply to this tweet in the next hour and we might slide into your DMs with a surprise. Nobody wants to see your nuts Spotify. Playing you story. I once bought all the toys from Toy Story and then proceeded to cram all over Jess's face. I then left the room satisfied in the knowledge that all of the other toys would be trying to comfort her, but knowing they couldn't remove the cram to avoid suspicion. I would fill Buzz's helmet up and close it. The breakup revenge. Don't break someone's heart, they have only one. Break their bones, they have 206 of them. Here's a tip. Carry a fork with you. If someone tries to rob you, pull the fork out of your pocket and say, "Thank you, Lord, for this meal I'm about to have." For 10 seconds, stop what you're doing and just listen. What do you hear? Thanks for this. Turns out the hostage was screaming again. When the baby looks like your husband and not one of your co-workers. Even better, it doesn't look like his brother or her brother or their brother. Long ago, a wolf explained to his son, "Eat a man and you'll be fed for a day. Whimper and roll over and play dead, and he'll feed you for a lifetime." And the next day, the wolf woke up to find his balls missing. Me in my 40s. Metabolism, no soreness in the morning, libido, knowledge of popular songs, anxiety. Has a question. Opens up Google to search. Proceeds to forget what to look up. Public domain character exists. / a movie producers. I can milk you. You're so duckin' special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. me at 12 wondering what gender is that cartoon character. How I think everyone else pronounces February. How I think I pronounce February. How we all actually pronounce February. My love language is fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Mall hustlers when they find out one of them earns more than the other. So you have chosen doubt. If no one comes from the future to stop you from doing it, then how bad of a decision can it really be? New life motto. I think this will be my graduation quote. Parents acting surprised at what Santa gave their kids. The bard, the power of music. The cleric, faith in a higher power. The sorcerer, my ancestral bloodline. The wizard, it's all thanks to the books at my local library. Told my kids I couldn't find the heat cocoa powder, to which my 4-year-old said maybe someone took it and hid it behind my bed, which is a suspiciously specific theory. Girls when they get a compliment. Thanks, lol. Boys when they get a compliment. Engine sounds like marbles, spewing blue smoke everywhere. I sleep. Gas cap slightly loose. Wheel shut. What if Germany won World War I? Scenarios are way more interesting than what if Germany won World War II scenarios. And that's a fact. Shutty writing. A movie or TV show with an interesting premise.